Shalom, shalom, dear brethren. We welcome you to journey through the scriptures. We are going to read the book of the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation within 40 days, Yahweh's willing. And therefore, we are in the book of Habakkuk. We are going to start from chapter 1 to chapter number 3. My name is Zachariah. I welcome you as we go on, and also welcome my brother to introduce himself.
My name is Brother Victor Kiiru, coming all the way from Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. Note that we are live on Facebook as the Messianic Davar Show and also on the Victor Kiiru's timeline. We're also live on YouTube as Injili ya Milele ya Yahshua Messiah and also as the Messianic Davar Show. Feel free to comment, like, share, and tell us where you're watching us from. Welcome. The book of Habakkuk.
Habakkuk, chapter number 1. The messenger which the Nabi Habakkuk saw. O Yahweh, till when shall I cry and you not hear? I cry to you violence, and you do not save. Why do you show me wickedness and cause me to see perversity? For ruin and violence are before me, and there is strife and contention arises. Therefore the Torah ceases, and the right ruling never goes forth. For the wicked hem is in the righteous, so that right ruling comes out twisted. Look among the nations and see, and be amazed, for our work is being wrought in the days which you would not believe if it were told. See, I am raising up the Cusdites, a bitter and a hasty nation, who is going through the breadth of the earth to possess dwelling places that are not theirs. They are frightening and fearsome. Their right ruling are their exaltation proceeds from themselves. Their horses shall be swifter, their leopards and more fierce than evening wolves. And their horsemen shall change ahead, and their horsemen come from afar. They fly as the eagle rushing to it. All of them come for violence, and the direction of their faces is like the east wind, and they gather captives like sun. And they scoff at sovereigns, and princes are as laughing matter to them. They laugh at every stronghold, for they pile up earth and seize it. They shall he pass on as a wind, and transgresses and be guilty, and ascribe with this power to his mighty one. And you not from everlasting, O Yahweh, my Elohim, my Kadosh one, you do not die. O Yahweh, you have appointed them for right ruling. O Rock, you have established them for reproof. Whoever whose eyes are too clean to see evil. You are not able to look on wickedness. Why do you look on those who act treacherously? Keep silent when the wickedness devour one more righteous than him. And would you make men like fish of the sea, like creeping creatures that have no ruler over them? And all of them have been pulled up with a hook, caught in his net, and gathered in his dragnet. Therefore he rejoices and exults. Therefore he offers his net and burns incense to his dragnet. For by them is his portion fat, and his food is rich. Is he therefore to keep on emptying his net and slaying a nation without sparing? Habakkuk chapter number 2. I stand at my watch and station myself on the watchtower, and wait to see what he says to me, and what to answer me when I am reproved. And I answered me and said, write the vision and inscribe it on a tablet, so that he who reads it runs. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it speaks of the end, and does not lie. If it lingers, wait for it shall certainly come, it shall not delay. See, he whose being is not upright, in him is puffed up, but the righteous one lives by his steadfastness. And also, because swine betrays him, a man is proud, and he who does not stay at home, because he enlarges his appetite as the graves, and he is like death, and is not satisfied, and gather to him all nations, and heaps up for himself all peoples. Shall not all this lift up a proverb against him, and a mocking riddle against him, and a saying, woe to him who increases what is not his, till when he is to load on himself many pledges? Do not your creditors rise up suddenly, and those who make your tremble, walk up and be plunder for them. Because you have plundered many nations, all the remnant of the people shall plunder you. Because of the men's blood and doing violence to the land, to the city, and to all who dwells in it, woe to him who is getting evil again for his house, in order to put his nest on high, to escape the clutchness of evil. You have cancelled shame for your house, to cut off many peoples, and your being is sinning. For a stone from the wall cries out, and a beam from the timbers answers it. Woe to him who builds a town by blood and establishes a city by unrighteousness. See, it is not from Yahweh of hosts that people labor only for fire, and nations weary themselves for naught. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the esteem of Yahweh, as the waters covers the sea. Woe to him who give drinks to his neighbor, pouring out your wineskin, and also making him drunk, in order to look on their nakedness. You shall be filled with shame instead of esteem. Drink you too, and be exposed as uncircumcised. The cup of the right hand of Yahweh shall come around to you, and the great shame upon your esteem. For the violence done to Lebanon is to overwhelm you, and the ravaging of beasts by which you made them afraid, because of men's blood, and the violence to the land and to the city, and of all who dwell in it. Of what use shall a carved image be? For its makers has carved it, and a molded image, and teacher of falsehood. For the maker trust what he has made, to make dumb idols. Woe to him who says to the wood, awake, to the silent stone, arise, it is a teacher. See, it is overlaid with gold and silver, and there is no spirit at all inside it. But Yahweh is in his Kodesh Hekal. Let all the earth be silent before him.
Hallelujah. Habakkuk chapter 3. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shineoth. O Yahweh, I have heard your speech and I was afraid. O Yahweh, revive your works in the midst of their ears. In the midst of the ear make known in word, remember mercy. Eloah came from Temam, and the Holy One from the Mount Param, Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went from at his feet. He stood and measured the earth, and he beheld and drove asunder. The nation of the everlasting mountain was scattered. The perpetual hills did bow, his ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan, the affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. Was Yahweh displeased against the rivers? Was the anger against the rivers? Was your wrath against the sea, that you did ride upon your horses and your chariots of salvation? The bow was made quite naked, according to the odds of the tribes, even the word, Selah, you did cleave the earth with rivers. The mountains saw you, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of the arrow they went, and at the end of the shining of the glittering spear. You did march through the land in the indignation. You didn't stretch the heathen in anger. You went forth for the salvation of the people, even for the salvation with your anointed. You have wounded the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Selah. You did strike though with his strap the head of the villagers. They came out of the whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was a devour to the poor secretly. You did walk through the sea with your horses, through the heap of the great water. When I heard, my belly tremble, my lips quivered at the voice of the rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he comes up unto the people, he will evade them with his troops. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall the fruit be in the vines, and the field shall yet no meat, the flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stall. Yet I will rejoice in Yahweh, I will joy in the Elohim of my salvation. Yahweh, my surveying, is my strength, and he will make my feet like the heath's feet, and he will make me to walk upon my high places, to the chief singer on the string instrument. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Remember, we are reading from the Hallelujah scriptures and the Restoration Study scriptures. Thank you so much, and be blessed abundantly.